Now we're going to move to the front arms. We're going to use this one. So now just the removal of the hind legs here. So it's a connection of the other remaining half. So for now, we want to remove the rib cage, and then we remain with the arm only hanging. Just following the weak line, you go to separate this. It's a joint here. Yes. So this is the front arm. We just left the arm hanging because of the cold conditions. We want to maintain the cold chain. So let the arm remain as you work on this rib cage. So on the rib cage, as you can see, so we have the brisket here. This is our brisket. This is the neck region. This is where we're going to get a chuck. The rib cage here, we're going to get our ribs, and the ribs are divided into three. One, the short ribs. The short ribs are from the name short. They are just going to be tiny, long ribs that have been cut by a blade across. And then for the prime ribs, those are the ribs that are larger, and they extend to the lower flank of the beef, to the lower chest, to the lower region. So it becomes a full chunk. That's now the prime ribs. On the far end, as you can see on this side, short ribs, you're going to cut them this way into tiny long ribs, meant for smoking, meant for grilling, meant for choma. That is according to the diameter that you like, the inches, the thickness. It will also come with a fat cap. On this side, we are going to have our our ribeye on this side, and also remember the ribeye is also called tomahawk. So it's a special cut that is going to come from here, and it is here. So it's comprising of the bone itself of the rib, and the softer, smoother part called the fillet, as we have already spoken about, and the sirloin on top. So a ribeye is comprised of two special cuts. From the inside is the fillet, from the outside is the sirloin. But now for the ribeye, it is going to be cut and shorter. So it will be shorter, this much, depending on the sizing the client will want, and sliced into pieces, into either one ribeye, one rib itself coming this way, just per rib, that forms a ribeye. But now we are going to cut it according to the inches that we require, according to the thickness. So depending on the thickness, we will need 1 inch, 1.5, or even 2 inch. You will get your sizable ribeye. So let's start with looking at that. Before we finish up, we have the hump. Here is the hump. As you can see, let's start by removing the hump. Actually, it has a hump. It's a full of fat. It's a good special cut called the hump. Now, as you can see, it has a fat. It's a different kind of meat. It's whitish, so it's full of fat actually. As you can be able to cut this through, you can see it's a fat, full, rich cut actually. It's a cut full of a lot of fat. So this is the hump. It's good for roasting because of the fat content. It's also good for pan frying. You can pan fry it because of the fat content. It's good for, it can pan fry itself because of the high fat content. You can also do stews or include it in your bone soup because of the fat content. We removed sirloin and fillet, so we don't really need it now. So we are going to do the brisket today. We are going also to remove the ribeye and the short ribs that are from this part of the carcass. So let's embark on getting it out. So let's start with our rib cage here, so that we get our brisket on this side. The brisket is actually the front part of the cow, the front part of the carcass of the cow. So as you're going to see, here it is. The front means here. So this one is the front. So it's good actually for long cooking. You don't need to be fast in preparing it. It needs to be slow cooked. So slow cooking for a very long time for the brisket, but we'll talk much about this once we remove the cut out. So it can either be boneless or brisket in bone. So let's remove our ribs and our ribeye. Just identify the weak part of the bone. We said necessarily you just have to target the weak parts of the bone because there is always a joint, so you don't need a machine here. Just identify the weak parts. As you can see, here is the weak part of the bone. Just pass your knife slowly, deboning knife actually. It is good to pierce in between the joints. Here also, similar. As you can see, already it's out. You just need a better knife. Already the cut is out. So here's our rib cage. As you can see, this is a ribeye. It has the sirloin on top. We said the sirloin is on top, while the ribeye passes below the sternum. So we are going first of all to remove we are going to get short ribs here. We are going to get the ribeye. A ribeye, this is the rib, hence the name rib. And then now the eye itself is actually the curvature that is going to be formed by the sirloin on this upper part, and then we have the fillet from the inside. So this forms the eye. So the eye itself, and then the rib. So hence the name rib eye. So the part of the rib. So let's keep our machine running. We are separating the ribeye from the ribs, so that we are coming to get the prime ribs out of here and the short ribs. So this is our ribeye. It's coming. So you'll realize that it has, so this is now our ribeye coming. So as you can see from this section, it's not clear for now, but we will, when we cut it, it will be clear. So this will be the sirloin part, while our removal it's the sirloin, and then from the inside is actually the fillet. So the ribeye consists of two special cuts: the sirloin on the topmost part and the fillet from the inside. So depending on how the sizing that you want this one done, we are going to break it according to the inches the client will need. So we're going to just clean it also here to remove the offcuts. So it depends on the client. If you need it with a fat cap, no worries, we just sand it down, or we just remove the topmost part with the fat cap. Here is the fat itself. Similar to this, has a fat. So that is it. Remove the excess fat here. That is your ribeye.